The dining hall of Crestwood Manor glittered like old money always did. Crystal chandeliers, deep mahogany tables, quiet classical music floating through the air. Maya, a 26-year-old black waitress with warm brown eyes and a soft, tired smile, balanced the tray of desserts as she moved between the linen-covered tables. The evening shift was always stressful, but tonight felt heavier. She kept touching the little silver necklace around her neck, a simple pendant shaped like a crescent moon. It was worn, scratched, nothing that belonged in a place like this, but she never took it off. It was the last thing she had of her mother. At the largest table near the front sat Eleanor Kingsley, 82, billionaire, philanthropist, sharp-tongued social titan. Everyone feared serving her. She was known for pointing out a crooked fork from 2 tables away. Maya approached cautiously, offering a gentle smile. "Good evening, ma'am. Would you like your usual tea now?" Eleanor looked up slowly, her frosty blue eyes narrowing as she inspected Maya the way she inspected everything, precisely, critically, intensely. But tonight, something in her gaze wavered. Her attention drifted from Maya's face to her necklace, and then froze. For a moment, she said nothing, only stared, like she was staring at a ghost. "That necklace," she whispered, voice trembling in a way no one ever heard from her. Where did you get that?" Maya blinked, startled. "This? Oh, it belonged to my mother." She touched it instinctively, a protective gesture. "She passed away when I was 11. I've worn it ever since." Eleanor's hands began to shake. Her teacup rattled against its saucer. Guests turned. The staff stiffened. Eleanor Kingsley never lost composure. Never. "What was her name?" Eleanor asked, almost choking on the words. "Serena." Maya answered softly. "Serena Hill." A fragile sound escaped the old woman's lips, a gasp, a cry, something broken and buried fighting its way to the surface. Her eyes filled instantly, spilling over before she could stop them. The dining hall fell silent as she pressed a trembling hand to her mouth. "No," she whispered. "No, it can't be. Serena was my daughter." The entire world seemed to stop moving. Maya's breath caught. Your daughter?" she repeated, confused, almost laughing from shock. "No, ma'am, my mother never said." "She was 17 when she ran away. She was pregnant. With you." The tray slipped from Maya's hands and clattered onto the floor, dessert splattering across the marble tiles, but no one even looked at them. Maya staggered back, staring at the old woman whose face had crumbled into grief Maya couldn't comprehend. "I looked for her. For both of you. I hired investigators. I searched for years, but she never came home. And I never forgave myself." A tear slid down Maya's cheek. "My mom, she always told me she left home because her family wouldn't accept her. She said she wanted me to grow up loved, not judged." Eleanor gripped the table, shaking her head violently. No, she misunderstood. She thought I disapproved. But I was harsh with her about everything. Friends, clothes, school. I didn't know how to show love. I smothered instead. And when she told me she was pregnant, I panicked. I told her we'd figure it out. But she thought I wanted her gone. She thought she wasn't wanted. The words hit Maya like a punch. Her mother had cried sometimes when she thought Maya was asleep. She'd whispered apologies into the dark. She'd said she wished things had been different. Maya had never known what that meant. Slowly, on shaky legs, she stepped closer to the old woman who looked so fragile now, so small, so unlike the intimidating billionaire everyone feared. Eleanor reached for her hands, gripping them tightly, tears streaming down her deeply lined cheeks. "You look like her. God, you look exactly like my Serena." Maya's throat closed, her chest tightening painfully. She had lived her entire life believing she had no family left in the world. She had worked double shifts, survived homelessness, fought for every scrap of stability. And now this woman, this powerful, untouchable woman, was telling her she was her grandmother. "I don't know what to say," Maya whispered, voice trembling. "Just let me make this right. Please, let me take care of you the way I should have taken care of her." The manager stood frozen. Guests watched as if witnessing a miracle. The air was thick with something raw and holy. Eleanor pulled Maya into her arms, hugging her like she was afraid to let go again. Maya softened against her, sobs shaking through her body. The scent of lavender clung to Eleanor's clothes, and for the first time since childhood, Maya felt like she belonged somewhere. When they finally pulled apart, Eleanor wiped Maya's cheeks gently with her thumbs. "You're coming home with me," she said, and it wasn't a command, it was a plea. "You're my granddaughter, and you'll never struggle again." "But my job?" "You won't need it," she whispered. "You'll finish school. You'll pursue your dreams. Serena would want that." Maya placed a hand over the necklace, over the last piece of her mother she thought she had, and for the first time ever, she felt like it wasn't the last piece anymore. She had gained something back. A family. A history. A future. And across the hushed dining hall, every guest, every server, every employee stood in stunned silence as a billionaire grandmother wept openly in the arms of the black waitress she never knew was her blood. A reunion decades overdue. A wound finally healing. A circle broken by grief, finally made whole again.